path. As I was contemplating what I might share with you, I struggled to come up with something that hasn't been said in 1,000 commencement speeches, something that might in fact be meaningful, rather than go out and do all the good things and brush and floss and cite your sources. And if you haven't been doing those before now, so I can only share some of my experiences and what I've learned. It is so surreal to be standing up here. You see, when I graduated from my small New England college some 15 years ago, I nearly slept through commencement because I'd stayed out so late the night before, celebrating the improbable occasion of my graduation. I woke up to the first strains of pomp and circumstance. I panicked, I threw on my gown, still wrinkled from the packing, grabbed my flip-flops, and dashed out the door towards the library. You know, those flip-flops might not have been the most appropriate choice of footwear for such an auspicious occasion, but they were certainly not well planned for a 50-degree spring day in May. In fact, when I climbed the stage to snatch away my diploma, the commencement speaker, Bill Cosby, began pointing at and making fun of my feet, which at this time had turned purple in the cold. I didn't care. I pushed him out of the way and I grabbed my diploma and was set to make a clean getaway before the administration realized that my check to the library for late fees was going to bounce. Now, my diploma was remarkable only in the sense that it existed at all. My lackluster attention during undergrad had resulted in a cumulative GPA of 2.1, exceeding the cutoff for graduation by a mere tenth of a point. And I think my motto at the time was, whoever does the least amount of work and still passes the class wins. Why tell you this tale of such inauspicious beginnings? Well, after several years, I began to realize what a wasted opportunity my undergraduate education had been. And while having that BA was a great thing, I would still have to work pretty hard to actively overcome my earlier determination to barely exceed expectations. But because of this, what I have learned from that moment, 15 years ago, knocking Bill Cosby out of my way, to this moment of standing before you, is that it is never too late for someone to achieve a better life for themselves. Through our work, we create the possibility of a better future for others and for ourselves. In this sense, I've been very lucky because once I found the true motivation to create a more fulfilling life for myself, I had the foundation of my education, however shaky, to fall back on. I would say to all of you that together we work to build that foundation, to nurture that soil in hopes that one day the seeds of stability and achievement may spring forth. So I would ask each of you to remember the weakest of your students and clients, the seemingly laziest, least motivated, or ill-prepared, those whose home lives are so wretched that the idea of working on literacy or symptom reduction might seem like chipping ice cubes away from a glacier. Remember that they may be capable of anything if they have that foundation of education, stability, and support. I hesitate to congratulate you. You know that there's no banner saying mission accomplished. Because I feel that what we are celebrating today is actually only the completion of an important first step for what must be a larger dream for our place in the world and community. When I first considered my future, I looked at teaching. I read books like those by Jonathan Kozol, and I became overwhelmed by the magnitude of the problem of inequity in education. I couldn't even envision what a solution might be in an ideal world. But my father used to tell me that failure to act is still, in and of itself, an action. And I can't tell you how much I admire those of you who see this great mountain in front of you and are still determined to climb it. So the teachers in our midst, I say to